We've got the Mercedes A-Class. This is the AMG line, and you can tell by, well, just look at those awesome exhausts. They just give it that sporty look. But it's not surprising because it does have a sport mode too. You've also got a reversing camera that will pop out of here. You've got the privacy glass, and you've got this subtle rear spoiler too. It looks very classy. And don't forget parking sensors.
You join us here in the Mercedes A200 AMG line. Now, I think the first thing that struck me is the interior in this car.
It's like being in the future, isn't it? This massive, well, it's like a
spaceship. I think that's the only way I could describe it.
It is, isn't it?
I think Mercedes are pretty much class leading when it comes to their interior.
Yes.
You know, there's no nasty materials, these lovely air vents, the ambient lighting, the leather on the dashboard, and the dual screens just look outstanding. Now, the model we have here is an inline 4-cylinder petrol, 1.3 litre.
Yes, and it's the AMG line, isn't it, as you mentioned, which means it's trimmed out extremely well.
Well,
it's also quite punchy, isn't it, for this 1.3?
Well, you have 163 horsepower under your foot, and it really can shift.
And it sounds awesome.
It does 0 to 60 miles an hour in 8 seconds, which I think is very ample.
Especially for a 1.3 of this size.
Definitely.
Very roomy cars, aren't they?
You also have a combined fuel economy of 53 miles per gallon.
Very good.
With that 0 to 60 time and the fuel economy, I think that's a perfect combination of economy and performance.
Yes, it is a great combination, isn't it, as you mentioned. I mean, you get performance and you get economy and you get something that really looks sporty, cool. It's also got an executive feel to it as well. I mean, I love the figure hugging seats. I love the dual screen.
I think it's fair to say the AMG line is the Ranger that we would pick.
Yes, definitely. Well, I'd probably go for the actual AMG model. But that's me.
The model we have here is just under £33,500, but the range does start from just over £25,500.
Yeah, you'd definitely go for this one though, wouldn't you? It really is. It feels like you're in a bigger, more, say, an E-Class, or an S-Class.
Yeah, it's a miniature E-Class, isn't it?
Yes.
It's I can't believe the level, you know, the trim level in this car. Maniac?
Yes, completely. Now, the one thing that gets me about Mercedes, Michael, and I'm sure you'll agree, is the fact that they stick to their roots. As you can see, the operation for the seat is on the door like it is in our 230C Coupe.
Well, really, it makes sense because you don't have to go rolling down the side of the chair to find the controls. They're just nice and easily accessible on the door.
I know. It's very good, isn't it?
What would you say overall manoeuvrability, visibility is like?
It's got a decent sized windscreen. The A pillars don't restrict vision. Also, neither do the B pillars or the C pillars when you think about it. It's all very well set up. You can see everything. You've got your power folding electric mirrors. Everything in here is just, it's very well trimmed. I mean, up to even the...
That's it, even the sort of higher up buttons that usually where quality starts to lack.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
and
all
you've
very
got
well
this
trimmed.
Sliding sunroof as well. My word. It's very roomy, it's very sporty. And when you come to the back as well, very comfortable. I mean, it's all finished in leather and Alcantara trim by the looks of it. And you've got a pull down armrest as well. And no doubt, oh, look at this, vents.
Do you know what the biggest problem is with this car?
Giving it back?
Yes, giving it back.
Yes, it's always the same, isn't it, with one of these?
I don't want to. Sorry, Mercedes.
Performance-wise, you're probably wondering how this car takes off. Well, we're coming to a stop now, so we'll kick down and see what happens, shall we? Speaking of crazy STs. So, this is floored. It's got the sound. It's in sport mode. I mean, it's got 4 dynamic settings.
60 miles an hour.
Exactly.
It feels very tight. Like you know, you feel really in control.
You do. Steering's very tight, like you've mentioned, but it does weighten up. It really does. It's crazy. You can really feel it. It almost feels like, well, I suppose because it is a sport setup, you can kind of throw it, play with it, you know?
Yeah, the ride isn't too firm though. It doesn't.
No.
You know, I'm not sat here thinking I'm uncomfortable at all.
No, it takes everything in its stride, doesn't it?
It's very. I'm almost overwhelmed with how good this car is. Good is even a good word to use.
Yeah, I know, it is. I mean,
I could definitely see myself owning one of these and travelling many miles.
yes. Well, as you know, a few years ago, I was regularly driving the AMG line A-Class up and down to
Scotland, wasn't it?
Aberdeen, all the way from the Lake District. And my word, I mean, the thing that got me about that car was it was doing something like 74 to the gallon.
How would you say that this compares, you know, in refinement levels in the way it drives?
It's sharper. It's definitely got more response to the steering and the dampers. You can tell that they've obviously refined the suspension and tightened up the acceleration, and just it's much more of a sporty beast.
And saying that, we've not even had this car in comfort mode yet. We've only had it in sport mode.
Oh, well, there's a change. It's not like we drive cars in sport ever. I mean, if you can hear, it's holding the gear
Yeah.
because it knows I'm going to floor it.
Yeah, it's very, very good. I'm so impressed.
Yeah, it's amazing how far a 1.3 has come, especially in something like a Mercedes. So you've got 4 modes. You've got individual, sport, eco, and what was the other one?
Custom or individual.
Ah, yes. So you can tweak bits. Now we've put it in comfort and you can immediately tell the difference. It's the same with eco. It'll drop the power, it won't hold gears as long, and it just makes it a far more refined, luxurious experience, doesn't it?
That's it. You get, it's almost 2 cars in one. You
Yes.
get a hot hatch in sport mode,
Yeah.
and then a executive cruiser in normal mode.
I know.
Now you get LED headlamps, sat-nav, dual-zone climate control. You get everything you would expect on a larger Mercedes,
Yes.
but you get it in a nice, small...
I know, that's the thing about the A-Class. It is very, very well refined, especially for the price bracket, the size of the car and so on. It's just... it's a clever car.
I don't think 33,000 pounds, that sort of price bracket is too expensive either.
No, no. As you'd expect with any premium German vehicle, it is safety loaded. I mean, Michael's got a big list of what's on it.
So we've got active brake assist, active lane keeping assist, attention assist, speed limit assist, and cruise control with variable speed limiter.
Now, when you put it in eco and comfort mode, you can tell there's a 7-speed box because every gear shift is seamless. It just feels...
Feels incredible, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say right, because you don't even feel it change gear, do you?
Well, what I really
You can't push
noticed
to actually notice.
in sport mode, how quickly it can cycle through the gears.
Yes. Yeah, there's no hesitation pulling out of junctions or anything in there. Sitting, it will roar and it will rev up to a decent. I think it's about 6.5, 7.
I've just noticed something.
Yes.
We are running on 18-inch alloy wheels as well.
Oh my word! Now,
And considering how good the ride is,
I was going to say,
it's actually quite incredible, really.
what's the tyre profile then?
Tyre profile, so it's 225/45.
45s
Yeah.
on 18s on a smaller car with this level of comfort.
And we're on AMG line, so imagine what you would get if, you know, if you had an A-Class with the smaller alloys and, you know, that different
Travelling on a
suspension.
cloud?
Yeah, but of course you still get that sporty feel with,
You do.
you know, with this setup.
But this, you could go on a long haul journey. It's so comfortable. I mean, look at me. I look fully relaxed already.
Mercedes, can we please take this car home?
Yes.
Mercedes,
Yes, please.
Now that is amazing. See, you even talked to the car, you addressed the car Mercedes.
you do have this large trackpad in the centre here to control the infotainment system. It has sort of haptic feedback as well,
It
so
does.
it's a very nice system to use.
Sound system's very good.
Well, these two infotainment screens encapsulate you straight away as soon as you step inside the vehicle.
Oh, it's amazing, isn't it? And I love the sculpture as well of the interior. You've got really nice materials everywhere. You've got chromes, you've got touches of colour, and it just works. It looks immense, this car.